I'm rich. Cash rules everything around me, baby. So you get the money down, dollar bill, y'all. You never forget that.
Gratitude, Divine to Divinettes. This is Bray India and 808 Tavern. I take the tavern with me everywhere I go. I'm not in the Self Journeys 90-day retreat or anything like that. However, I am on season 2 of the I Am Who segment, and today I am with a lovely guest, straight out of Baltimore City.
Peace and happiness. My name is Dope Mikey. About to bring you more dope vibes. How you doing, 808 Tavern?
I'm doing good.
That's good.
Thank you so much for coming out. And as you all know, this is the I Am Who segment, so we're gonna hop right into it. So the I Am Who portion of you, is going to be the who you are. This is the part 1, so it's about who you are. Give either a quote or a statement. It doesn't have to be by somebody you know. It can be your own personal quote or mantra, or your own statement that you keep and you say, or like I said, a statement or quote, and give 1 to 3 words that are like character words, like that. If somebody asks you like who you are, what you are,
okay. Well, there's two quotes that stick with me each day. Okay. One of them is a quote that I live by, that I've created myself. You only have you to go home to, mm-hmm. and that means pretty much what it is. You only have you to go home to, so you have to make sure you are good first before anybody else. Right. You have to make sure you put yourself before anybody else. You have to make sure your mind, body, and soul is one before anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that means. And another one is a quote from Miles Davis, one of my favorite trumpeters back in the day, in the 70s. His quote was, if you want to not worry about word, but if you want to be about change, you have to create more. You have to learn to adjust to the new. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Not word for word, sorry. But that's pretty much what he was saying, right. What I got out of that. Yeah. So
give me 3 definition style type of, like, I guess, vocab words that would be descriptive of you. Not even 3, it can be 1. Like 1 word that is like, is Dope Mikey.
That's easy. 1 is I'm vibey. I live up
like
to
that.
Vibey. I live up to my name, you know what I'm saying? Dope Mikey. I'm a dope individual, you know what I'm saying? Like, I am down to earth. It's a lot. Mm-hmm. It's a lot, honestly. Like, it's more than 3. So
that's why I said, but I like how you use vibey, because all of those things you say can, mm-hmm. fall up under that. So when it comes to your motivations,
well, each day I wake up is a motivation. Right. 1. That's what I've grown to learn and understand. I have a lot of self-motivation. So a lot of things that I've done in my past that was wrong, or the worst, bad decisions and things of that nature, I tend to motivate myself to not to make those decisions, or come about the things that, the things that I've come about before, mm-hmm. come about in a different way, saying go a different direction, and other than, throwing a temper tantrum and all that extra, jazz and, things of that nature. But
that's good that you kind
of daily
like
affirmations as well. That I've learned that helps. I look at myself each day in the mirror and I tell myself that I'm a strong, black, striving man. And I can do it and I can get it done. And mm-hmm. The storm that I'm in right now, and whatever the case is, and in the future, that I can get through that with no problem. Mm-hmm. All I gotta do is just get myself out of that.
Right.
And a lot of things that I see on a daily motivates me. The people that I'm around motivates me, like my father, my brothers, and like even like my producer friends, on Instagram, they motivate me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
So what do you have for your self-motivator though? So because you have influential motivators, and my next question is going to be about your biggest influences throughout your entire life so far. But before you get there, what are your personal motivators? Like, how do you keep yourself going without that outside assistance or those outside sources? What do you do for yourself, or in other words, where is your self-care, especially as a man, because a lot of times it's ignored that men need self-love and need that encouragement for themselves. And it would be nice to have it from others, but because it's kind of like limited, how do you do that for yourself? How do you take time for yourself, or what do you do for yourself to show yourself love?
I tend to shut out any and everything when I'm in that certain mood or a certain realm. Let's say that, a certain realm in my mental.
Okay.
And I feel like I just need a break from everything, social media, family, the world, like, you know what I'm saying, like the entire world, and I can do that with ease. But to answer your question, it's a lot of things that I do for myself, that helps me motivate, helps me motivate. And I tell myself each day that I can do it, that the things that come my way, I can accomplish those. I can, any obstacles that come my way, I can, conquer it. You know what I'm saying? It's
So it's how you talk to yourself.
Yeah, it's
like
more,
how you motivate yourself is you are very big on your self-talk.
And I can be hard on myself, but it's
But if it works for you, it works for you.
It works for me.
Yeah, I'm about to say your
Like,
self-talk is your
I can
self-talk.
get a lot of things done. You know what I'm saying? Have a lot of probably don't even have nothing to do, but I still feel like I got something to do. You know what I'm saying? And like it's like, all right, you've been sitting down too long. Go be productive. You know what I'm saying? Or like. More so like the things the things that I need to push myself on a little harder. I am kind of hard on myself with that, but it helps for me.
It sounds like you direct yourself, so that sounds good. That's actually a good motivator. I appreciate you sharing that. Let's tackle the next question about your influences. Not necessarily right now. I guess the first part of the influence question is, throughout your life so far, in the years you've lived, you've had people that motivate you, you've had things that motivate you, experiences that motivated you, because whether good or bad, those things were, either a detriment, because a detriment can also teach you a lesson, versus, something that's fulfilling. So you had things that came into your life, experiences you've had and all that were a part of your influences, but say as though there's somebody or something that was a seed planted in your life, whether it was planted when you were a child or as an adult, that made you carry it with you throughout life when it comes to like how you overcome things and how you foresee past obstacles. Like if it's a person that gave you a word of wisdom or a quote or something, or just how you were brought up. Even what were your influences and your primary influences that you pop in your head right now as I'm speaking about it, that make you like recall why you are where you are today? Looking at the greatness of your current success, whether it's not all the way where you want it to be, you have been able to say that you've made progress in life, right? Mm-hmm. So what contributed to that? Who would you give homage to or give credit to being a part of planting a seed, even if not a person? Like I said, what experience in life can you say was an influential portion of your life that made you be remembered?
Well, the men of my family, one. The men of my
good.
family, because they are hardworking, they are striving, they are determined, they are dedicated. That's the word I was looking for.
Earlier, okay.
Yes, dedicated, a lot of dedication. But no, they are dedicated to what they do. Like my grandfather, he had one job out his whole entire life, He worked at CSX, he was on the railroad, and he worked on the trains, and he even drove the trains, you know what I'm saying? He was also in the Air Force. And,
wow.
Like my father is a mechanic, he's hardworking, he works every day, you know what I'm saying? So,
thank him for his service.
And, yeah, definitely. My grandparents, I was a grandparents' baby. More so a grandmother's baby.
Shouts out to us, because I love mine as well.
I love my grandparents. Rest in peace to them. They, it was like the only people I can really talk to. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can say anything, you know what I'm saying? It's like they would listen, still hit me with, they still my baby, but, still tell me when I'm wrong and I'm right. You know what I'm saying? But who guide me through, you feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying that the men of my family didn't guide me through, but I did have certain parts of my family, like my mother's side is a lot of women, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I would have to, you know, I learned the wisdom from them, whatever the case is. But the men that are on both sides of my family, you know what I'm saying, I learned a lot from, especially on my father's side, because they just hard working, like, no doubts about it, like lose days of sleep just to make sure that they get, you know, provide for that family and, you know, make sure that family is good, themselves is good, honestly, put themselves last. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, at the end of the day, you know,
being the providers,
exactly.
they just sound like they knew who to
what
be
men
as men.
supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? Be providers and do what they supposed to do as men. You know?
That's a strong foundation of influence to have as a man, especially a black man in this world. You know, everything's not always about race, but when it comes to the idea that black people are coming to a point where we're needing to be better than what we have been, you know, over the years. In our generation, we're taking the torch of trying to, you know, be the influencers of the generation behind us, and still trying to respect those who came before us. So it's overlooked. I appreciate you responding with that answer, because, like I said, you know, that's a big deal, especially coming out of Baltimore City. Like, it's hard to be able to pinpoint what an issue is with a young black man sometimes, and then when he becomes a man, it's either he teaches himself, or, you know, he carries what he's taught, or he learns from what he's taught, whether it was good or bad, you know. And then you got those who just fall off and completely go the wrong way, and then life is in shambles.
Yeah,
so, you know,
I can't, you know, you got some men out here that you know, families that don't have fathers, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But even those that I said don't have that, sometimes those people end up having to just teach themselves, you know. But you were given a good torch, is what I'm saying. You were, you know, passed the baton, and you're taking on the road to be better even than those people passed it to you. So that's good. So when you think about like influence, and the second part of the influence question, say as though, because you know where you're going in life, you make progress, you're not focused on other people, of course you're focused on yourself, but you're going to have people who see you, whether it be a young black man, a peer, you know, a man of your same age that may, you know, see what you're doing is inspired, an elder that may be inspired by you, that didn't get to start life until later, or just is inspired by you in general and just is curious about what you're doing, and want to have some insight from you. You know, sometimes people question you not because they're being nosy or they're being rude, but they really truly admire what you do, and they want to know if you can be an influential piece to their journeys in life, their self journey. Shouts out to self journeys. Their self journeys in life, you know what I'm saying? Because they be needing that word of wisdom sometimes, and even if it's not something that's like advice per se, just like a word of wisdom or encouragement to somebody who is inspired by you and admires you, influential seed when you plant into it.
Through my experience, it's how I would pass it on, you know what I'm saying, and not bring on the generational curses, or however you want to put it.
Or cycles, or repetitions.
Right, thank you, that's the word I'm looking for, cycles. Generational cycles, which causes insane loop, you know what I'm saying?
You're repeating this unnecessary cycle.
Exactly. So I would tell them things that I've experienced, you know what I'm saying? Just like I would tell my nephew nowadays, like, you know, as a man, you know, do this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. But, you know what I'm saying, I would guide them in the right direction. It's but so much I can really tell them, because they have to venture out on their own.
Yes, his own path, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with my kids, same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a bit different because I'm going to be a father. I don't know how it feels now. But then, you know, when that time comes, you know, pass it on, you know, I'm going to let them do them, let them live their lives, you know.
What if they're beaten down by life? Like, how will you encourage them? Like, is there any type of influence that you would give them? Or you just going to be like, hey, look, run with the wolves and figure out if you can make it to the finish line? Or you going to be like...
I mean, that's motivational. That's going to make you think, like... But no, it's. I don't think I have anything like direct to say, but it's just like I have motivational things to say because of the experiences that I go through. So just, you know, go back to what I was saying. I would tell them like not direct words, but like just give them
tools for that moment, maybe.
Yeah, just, you know, that reinsurance. That's all you can really give them is reassurance, and to let them know that at the end of the day, you have your own stuff to go home to, and also that you can do it. Like no matter what people telling you, no matter how they have that perspective of you, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you're a special being, you know what I'm saying? You have to figure that out on your own, you know what I'm saying? But know this, that you can do it, you know what I'm saying, that you're able to. Don't let nobody tell you anything, don't let nobody tell you otherwise.
Facts. And for that, I appreciate that response. Okay, so.
I wish I had a little bit more to say, but that's pretty much how
Nah, that was juicy. Yeah, because I mean, when it comes to influence, like, it's so broad. Like, we had our own influences when we were children, but that evolves as we become adults because we become our own influence eventually. Once we become so, in love with the power that we have in ourselves, it's like I am my own influence at this point, But we have people, like I said, throughout the journeys of our lives that we admire and that we are inspired by. So, their words could be a thing, like, even if you have a celebrity influence, just in general, that person might not even be an influence, but it may be something that they said at one point in their own journey and path that just took you, where you needed to go. Because, not saying that person made the change in your life, but they contributed by just planting a seed. Words can be transmuted into whatever we want them to be. Thoughts can be transmuted into whatever we want them to be for ourselves. So that's why I was just saying about the influence. Like, how you view it is how you view it, and how you would pour into someone else is based on you and who you are. So I appreciate you sharing the who I am portion of the I am who. Before we get into part 2, and before we dive into the part 2, my last question for the I am who are you is, what is your purpose?
My purpose is, it's funny because I was just thinking about this the other day. My purpose is to make people happy. Like, I feel like that because what I present myself as, you know what I'm saying? Like, very, very vibey. I make vibey music. I make vibey content. Like, everything that I present is me, like self. Everything is self. You know what I'm saying? It's all me. It's real, the real me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything that I present is real. So
you come to the table with your authentic self.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you. So my purpose is to get people to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, get people off their feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, to make people think. To motivate people through my music, through what I make, through me. Like, I'm not the most smart person or the most, you know what I'm saying, like the person that has a lot of terminology or like these big words, right? You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give you the straightforward and what's real and the, you know what I'm saying, like
cut and dry, blunt to the point.
Straight to the point. Like,
people be needing that.
That's what it is. It's like I guess I can't really explain it more than what it is, you know?
Nah, I like that.
If it's right, if it's blue, then it's blue. I don't know what else to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. We ain't about to get into sky blue, baby blue, light blue, royal. Like, we ain't talking about that. It's blue, all right? But yeah, so nah, I appreciate that though. So your purpose is to make people happy, and I see it as you making others happy through just that part of yourself being secure, like, you know, and teaching people. Because you can teach people. You want to make other people happy. It teaches them how to embrace being a happy individual and being authentic. Now we about to get into the juicy part, you know, all about what you do. Because, you know, the I am who and who you are is very juicy in itself, you know. But at this point in life, who you are is why you have your purpose. Now we're going to get into the part 2 of the I am who segment. The I am who are you has been completed. But now we're going to get into the I am who, what do you do, Dope Mikey? So straight to it. What is Dope Mikey? Like, this show is about the ownership, the entrepreneurship, the artistry, the music, whatever it is that makes you a creator. You know what I'm saying? So this is where you get to go all in and let us know something about you. We want to know about your past, present, and future. Things coming up with who you are as a creator, and share what you want to share, and if you don't want to share, it's fine. But let them know how they can keep up with you too, because they won't see you all the time on 808 TAVERN.
My name is Dope Mikey. Piece of happiness, back to bring more dope vibes. But I am a kid, you know what I'm saying, average kid from Baltimore, Maryland, you know what I'm saying, producer. I make vibes for any and everybody. I when I say any and everybody, I mean gamers, I mean artists, average Joes, workout, you know what I'm saying, people that work out, content creators, you know what I'm saying, everybody, you know, not just for one audience.
Is your primary being an artist or a
My primary is
engineer?
being a beat maker.
Okay, so
Primary
sound
being
engineer.
a beat maker, so sound engineer.
Okay.
Once I set aside engineering because I wanted to get the creative side of making beats down packed because started out making club music. So that was pretty much easy. The full count patterns, everything is pretty much thrown in. I'm not gonna say that, but it's like an organized mess. It's the best way I can really say, but it how you organize it and make it make sense is going to turn out well. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, making club music or house music period is like so much easier than making hip hop beats. Hip hop music or just beats like instrumental beats are way more difficult than making regular house music or Baltimore club music period because you're adding more creativity in it and it's more layering, not so much because you got simple beats. I like simple beats. So
And what do you mean simple beats?
simple beats is more so like 3 sounds and percussions. You know what I'm saying? Where it's not, you can tell the difference where if a sound is layered. Like I'm pretty good with sound, so I can hear, you know, if a sound is layered on top of another sound and how the EQs are like making it sound crisp and things of that nature. Like from the, you know what I'm saying, the drums in the background or the snares in the background or the counter melodies that's in the background or, you know, the variations of those melodies and things of that nature that it won't be, you know, that is not acknowledged to, you know what I'm saying, the normal ear. So
the instruments most other engineers would hear before, or an artist even, because the artist sometimes isn't looking for the whole beat.
I put engineering aside, you know what I'm saying, so I can get to that point. So eventually I'm going to get into the engineering and things of that nature, more so into the marketing, you know what I'm saying? Like I like marketing my music because I'm pretty much the only person doing everything from making the beats to marketing to dancing to
everything that makes you a brand.
Yeah, exactly.
The dope Mikey brand.
So I'm, you know, getting into the business side a little bit more. You know, doing my best to get into the business side. So I have to, you know, do the reading and things of that nature. Not fully into that yet. You know, I haven't fully, you know, put my foot into it yet. But I am going to eventually get to that side where I can be able to write and grow my knowledge with, and, you know, the business side of music. You know what I'm saying? But what was the other questions?
So this is just about what you do. So that was your primary,
yes,
right?
primary,
That was your primary. I asked you which one was your primary. You said being a sound engineer. So now, and you've given us kind of an idea of the fact that you started off with doing Baltimore club music or house music, which is encompassed, you know, just a little historical context. Baltimore club music was the first of its kind. However, you have other types of club music. You got the Jersey and you got house music, which was originally Chicago, which is how Baltimore club music was derived from the idea of the house music in Chicago. But where we are today is just a lot of, you know, engineers still do club music, but you hearing it in all over the place now, even in Uzi Vert songs. So, you know, it is what it is. It's expanding. But, no, you straight. It's expanding right now, so this is the home of it, and, you know, meeting an engineer who started off with it, we get to see how he's versatile. So you evolve from your starting off with what you knew because you're from the city, so, you know, that was what you were first introduced to, more than likely, being around Baltimore club music. It was crazy like that.
My story is pretty long, so I'm not going to get too deep into it. We can go all day with that. But I got into, you know what I'm saying, music. I started out playing the trumpet. You know what I'm saying? Like middle school days, I played the trumpet.
The good instrument.
And it's funny because I thought I was going to play the drums, and my family thought I was going to play the drums as well. Forever beating and banging on pots and pans and tables and stuff. So I thought I was going to be a drummer. But quick story. So, you know, in middle school, you know, they, you know, was trying out instruments, and, you know, just to get a feel out what we wanted to play. So I played the clarinet, I played the sax. It was cool, but I was just like, you know what I'm saying? Didn't even think about the drums. But then I get this brass instrument, you know what I'm saying? 3 valves, you feel what I'm saying? Big, but not a big bell, you know, it's a nice medium-sized bell. You feel what I'm saying? With a mouthpiece, you feel me? You have to buzz, literally have to buzz your lips together to blow and make this beautiful sound. That was instruments first, like before, you know,
before
playing.
all 808s.
Right, electronic, you know, beat making. But
we love you 808.
You know, I fell in love with it, and then, long story short, you know, I went home and was like, I want to play the, you know, trumpet. So, you want to play the trumpet? Yeah, I want to play trumpet. But you know, later on, through my career of playing, you know, this instrument, I ran into, doing research on Miles Davis. We had a lot of posters in our band class. And we was also doing some music theory and some research on different jazz instrumentalists and like just bands and things of that nature. So then topic came up about Miles Davis, and he's just one amazing being.
Would you say that's one of your influences?
Yeah, he was definitely
See,
one of
bring
my.
that up when
I
we
thought I did, but no, I definitely forgot that. But he's definitely one of my favorites. Definitely one of my favorites. I look up to, that I've imitated, at least did my best to. You know what I'm saying? But played a lot of his music from. The album is, music's from King of, I always say King of Blue, but it's Kind of Blue album. That was my very first album that I got on CD. Before all this digital ordeal. So, and then that was very much the very first, album I had of his, and, I was trying to play a lot of, like Blue and Green, probably got that title wrong, but, my favorite was Milestone. Like, and then I had a solo. But anyway, in jazz, I played in jazz band and all that jazz. I was in a marching band in high school. It was cool only because, it was in a marching band. But I hate, for all you marching band lovers, I hate roll stepping. It's the most annoying. I hate it.
Roll stepping, for those who don't know,
go ahead. Well, roll stepping is basically you got to go heel to toe. You know what I'm saying? It's like a march, but it's not a high stepping march. You know what I'm saying? It's a heel to toe roll. You know what I'm saying? So you got to roll in a formation. Then it's like a cut. So when you go to cut, you got to cut your feet like this. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Right? So when you got schools like Milford Mill or Patterson, that's high stepping, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm roll stepping. But anyway, it was an experience, you know what I'm saying? I was in marching band, and then, I hit a very much rocky point in my life where I just shut music out all the way.
And I was going to ask you that, like, was there an experience in your journey of, being a part of your purpose and using your passion in your purpose, where something came into your life to try to rip that away from you? Because that's all those experiences, I feel like, that come into our lives and they end up being like the most shattering experiences. I feel like they come in our lives to teach us how to really truly stay loyal to our passion and purpose. Because it'll make us want to give up sometimes when we go through experiences that are really sent to take us away from our purpose or take our purpose away from us. So go ahead. If that's the story that you want to use, you can use that. But that was what I was about to ask, was name a time where an experience came into your life that shaped and shifted where you were going, but it ended up being successful out.
Well, like I said, I hit a rocky point in my life where I ain't gonna even say it was a rocky point. Well, I did hit rocky points within my journey of living. Mm-hmm. But I was young, like I had the opportunity to go to Curly, full ride, like with basketball. I played basketball as well, you know what I'm saying? So
up to the basketball today.
I'm a basketball player. I'm 6'3". I was 5 power forward in the center. So now it's point guard height. I was young, I wanted to live, and I got introduced to dancing, Baltimore club dancing, Baltimore club music and stuff like that. So. So worried, I was pressed about what the hype was about with this.
Are we creeping into what else you do? is dancing.
That just goes into it, like why I stopped making music and why, you know what I'm saying, just stopped a lot of things that I had, a lot of opportunities that I had to like,
put to the back burner.
not even put that I had to put in the back burner, that I chose to put in the back burner. And I'm older now, so I realized that I chose to put that in the back burner when I could have used that tool to I could have used that tool now. You know what I'm saying? But we don't reflect on the past. Is what we don't do. We just, you know what I'm saying, focus on.
You learn from it.
You just learn from it. Exactly. I was just about to say that.
If you do.
But a lot of things caught my attention. So with dancing, it caught my attention. My cousins talking about going to a skate party, not skate party, but like a little club for teenagers, and it's called Skateworks back in the day over West. And I was, I wanted to be around my cousins. You know what I'm saying? We all linked up, and I ain't seen my cousins in a while. And then we went to go, to the skate party one day.
Skateworks and Shake and Bake.
Yeah, definitely. I went to go to Skateworks with my cousins one day, and I seen them dancing, and it was just like, this is cool. I like this. This is exhilarating. Like the motion and
got your energy up
tempo. You know what I'm saying? Feel that energetic feel. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's happy, and it's just the dancing. You know what I'm saying? Caught my attention. So
okay.
And
shouts out to all dancers.
A lot of opportunities that I had with music or basketball, I said F it. And then it was like growing up, I didn't really live my life like I wanted to. So I wanted to experience, experience for my own, live my own life,
Tap into some things outside of what you had already been accustomed to know.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's what put me, put music in the back. I used to draw and to do a lot. I'm a very talented person. I'm creative. Like I can do a lot. Like whatever I can set my mind to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can record. I can pick up a camera and start recording people and edit if I wanted to. I can rap if I wanted to. I can do anything I can set my mind to. You know what I'm saying? But I put a lot of that stuff on the back burner because, you know what I'm saying, dancing or wanted to live my life. Not even so much just dancing, just wanted to live my life. I was young, wanted to experience a lot of shit.
You wanted to be free in your growth instead of being, it sounds like, confined to one thing at that time.
Exactly. So, fast forwarding, you know what I'm saying?
Are we going to talk about the shift and how you came out of that rut to get back into the
definitely. That's what I'm saying. Fast forward and get into that, getting to the point, me getting back into the music. I just realized that, throughout my life, for me, working 5 to 7 jobs and like anybody, you can ask anybody, I had a lot of jobs. Like I worked, you would think I would work down there every job in Baltimore. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, and with the experience of dealing with managers that just don't understand. And when I say that, it's like the typical life situations the life events that happens, the current, that happens within your life. And it's like these managers, high-acidity managers that act like, you know what I'm saying?
They don't understand real life stuff.
Exactly.
I'm so sick of y'all. Look, get it together, essential employment places.
So, I really had an epiphany. I had mad epiphanies, like, for weeks straight. You feel what I'm saying? Just like, I gotta do something that's gonna make me happy, that's going to,
carry you in life.
Yeah, that I'm gonna be happy and that I'm gonna enjoy doing. Bingo, music.
Yes.
Well, let's before all that, I was doing beats, I was doing club music and stuff like that. So when I started converting over to beats,
creating your own sound.
Yeah, I was trying to, create my own sound. I started hitting a real depressing rut in my life. You know what I'm saying? Lost my job and stuff like that. But that goes back into me coming back into my music, which was 2 years ago. Yeah, about 2 years ago, and I was just like, I gotta do something.
Around the time of the pandemic?
Before the pandemic.
Okay, so a little bit before the pandemic.
Yeah, this before 2020 hit.
Okay.
This was in December.
Okay.
This is
Late
December
2019.
of 2019,
Mhm.
and I was just like, I gotta do something. Like, bingo, music.
Mhm.
It's like, let me get back on my music. But I kept putting it aside. I'm just like, 'cause I want new samples. So every sample I've had since 2010. Well,
Yeah,
12,
that
because I
time.
started club music in 2012, and then I moved to Atlanta, and what's my story, the whole story, getting into producing.
Mhm.
Yeah, got back into it. I
You took those sounds and you.
took those sounds and I just created something, and I created my first beat, and then that year, 2020, is when I just was trying to, consistent.
Mhm.
Was getting, I was just, trying to put myself into like different communities, you know what I'm saying, like where they, communities for producers and artists and stuff like that, where, you know what I'm saying, you interact with those networking type of, ordeals and things of that
Mhm.
nature. So I can be able to, make a name for myself,
And explain.
whether my beats suck or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still need to work. I still need work now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm learning. You know?
And is that something you can tell people too? Is like, if you want to do it, just do it and see how you grow in it. Because the fact that you feel like your beat suck, that's a personal thing. Because other people may have heard it and really felt like, wow, like,
yeah, and I
this
have to
is
sit
my
back and think
slide,
about that
they
too.
did it.
I have to sit back and think about that as well. Like, there's people out here that actually like my music, and like every days I'll be wanting to quit, like real spit, like I'll be wanting to quit, like only because it's a me versus me type ordeal. You know what I'm saying? Like I be feeling like I'm
It
not
is. It's
getting
always
enough,
you versus you.
not getting enough views, or like, what really bothers me is when like I have a lot of followers.
Mhm.
I have a nice amount of followers. You know what I'm saying? It's like it doesn't match the likes. And it does bother me because it's just like, one, I know my content is not shitty.
Mhm.
Two, excuse my language. Two, I know that what I create and what I present myself as is not shitty. Excuse my language. But I realize that this is what comes with being a creator. You're gonna have people that don't like how you move, that don't agree on what you present.
Mhm.
That you get a lot of people that straight to the norm anyway. So it's like when you present different and out of the box type of stuff, then it's like,
I feel like it separates.
It's gotta warm up.
Who's for you and who isn't.
Exactly, that too. But it also was me personally. Like the reason, I beat this stuff on the people because it's like I'm gonna force you to like it or not. I'm gonna force you to enjoy what I make because you're gonna consistently see me, regardless.
Or
whether,
get
you know
used
what I'm
to it and
saying?
listen to it.
Because I make content. Where, I'm dancing behind it or behind a computer, or I'm just being goofy because that's just my personality. I'm a fun individual. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm can be outgoing and sometimes when I want to be bothered, but I make this stuff for those type of people. So you're gonna get people that don't agree with that, and I realize that stuff that comes with the game. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody not gonna like you. Everybody not gonna like this show.
So exactly.
Like, why is she doing this? Like,
What is the point of
what is
her
the purpose?
doing this? Well,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's a lot
I
of
can't focus
purpose.
on
It's
that.
happy for me. It makes me happy.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna make somebody else happy, regardless if you like it or not. So
That's how I gotta
you feel
go.
me? That's how I am. How I am, and also that would also comes with what I do.
Okay.
You know what
And
I'm
you reached a
saying?
point in your life, it sounds like, where you really know yourself enough to be able to like make the decisions that are sound for you first before you even interact with like people or bring other people into your vibe. Back to his key word being vibey. When you vibey, you can't be just, interacting with things that are trying to be the buzzkill. Put it like that, you feel me? So I appreciate you sharing like what you do as far as your being a sound engineer and being a dancer. Can you mention a couple of albums that you have like that people can find?
I'm glad you mentioned
as
that.
well?
I
the
actually just dropped a beat, a club beat that I collab with a producer named goes by the name of Fulcon Beats. He made the melody, and I put the percussion behind it, and it turned out great. I had made a video. I got a couple dancers together. You know what I'm saying? It didn't turn out the way I wanted it, but it actually the vibes was there. So it actually, the video looked great. You can actually check that out on my YouTube channel at Dope Mikey Beats, DXPE MIKIE Beats. Just talking about as far as like what I have out now, but
Okay.
I did a video behind it as well, you know, and now you know, I've been trying to get it. A lot of things have been happening, so I haven't gotten a chance to put it out on all platforms, but now I finally have it on all platforms. Y'all can check that out on Apple Music. It's called Feeling High. You can check that out on all platforms, whether you have Apple, Spotify, Diesel, Amazon Prime, or whatever.
All the
stuff like
streaming
that.
platforms.
I'm just so used to Apple and Spotify and YouTube. So yeah, SoundCloud, all the platforms that you can think of. I'm pretty sure it's that. You can even type my name up on Google because I looked it up earlier. It was pretty cool. But yeah, you can type my name up, Dope Mikey, and all that stuff will be up there. Everything between my YouTube and my Twitter, all that stuff. Y'all can follow me also on Instagram at _DXPE MIKIE 420. Yeah, y'all already know what's up. But and also I have a link tree. Yeah, everything will be on my link tree right here to make it easier because it's all between my YouTube, my Instagram, my Twitter, my TikTok. And you'll be able to link, get access to my producer page, my United Masters producer website, my Instagram, my TikTok, and all that jazz. And also project that I just came out with as well. Previous project you can also check out. Sorry, I don't want to put too much on y'all, but previous project I just put out over the summer was called 24 Hours No Sleep. It's like a lo-fi drill type of boom bap type of vibe. Well, you know what I'm saying? You get the type of vibe you listen to while you driving long drives type of ordeal. Like it's very up tempo, electrifying. You know, get your boom bap. You got your little bit of lo-fi. You got your little bit of drill, drill type of beats. So y'all should also check that out as well. It'll be
check all of this out. Make sure y'all tune in. Get used to the Dope Mikey levels of music. There are layers to him, as you can see. You'll have some club music, but then get in tune with his lo-fi beats. As well as the other sounds that he will be presenting. Get into his channel so that you can keep yourself updated on new things that he may be releasing and also other interviews he may be a part of. Google him so you can learn about everything attached to him and his network. And also, is there any message that you want to give to like fans or new people who may be a part of your community now that they see you?
Yeah, this is where I freestyle. Hey y'all, you people, you listening? So listen, right? Life is going to be hard. Things in your life, your journey, whatever you do, it's going to be hard. I don't care if you're taking out the trash, it's going to be hard. You know what I'm saying? It stinks, you know what I'm saying? Besides the point, let me stop being funny. But listen, just keep striving, keep pushing, keep doing what y'all do, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about what Tom, Dick, and Harry got to say or how they got to feel or what their perspective is on you or whatever. Keep pushing, keep going at it. You're going to have some me versus me type of battles. You got to overcome that. Don't fall into the fetal position. I had to tell myself that every day. I do a lot of self-motivating every day. So that's some things you should do, you know what I'm saying? Like find things that's going to uplift yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm learning, so I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So just keep going at it and keep doing what you do, you know what I'm saying? That's all you can do because you only can go up. The only way you go down if you decide that you want to do that.
It's all up to you. I love that word. Please take that with you, nourish it, and keep that for yourself. From this message from Dope Mikey. And I appreciate you coming out here today and sharing all of your juices with us.
Maybe I get to see myself.
And yes, I really do hope that we'll see you again in the next event for 808 Tavern and can add you to more collaborations. Shouts out to the aftermath of me doing a partnership with Dope Mikey and having the opportunity. I really appreciate you being a part of making the beats for me for my Debbie Jam 9/11 album.
Cool. I'm sorry to interrupt. I definitely enjoyed working with her. It was definitely cool. The club music, or it was definitely.
It's something that still gotta, I'm working on because I'm new. But he had a lot of patience with me, y'all. I'm a new artist, and I was encouraged a lot with doing my second album with him. And hope you all check that out as well. That's listed right here, WGM 9/11. And the only and the lead producer on that is Dope Mikey. And yeah, just check that out as well as some other things that he has coming out. Be sure that if you do want to purchase beats, the reason I brought that up is because you can purchase beats and he'll put together beat packs for you and different things like that. So you can also contact him if you want to book him for that or, schedule to make a beat with him and purchase his beats. He can give you an idea real quick about also those things as well.
Yes, I do beat packs and single beats, $200 for single beats and $500 for beat packs. Whether you're a gamer, artist, average Joe, content creator, I make content for everybody. So y'all can hit me up via email or via social media. Whenever it's cool, I'm always checking my stuff, so you can always connect. So just let me know whether you want to purchase a beat. Also, you can also check my YouTube channel. I got a lot of beats. We can work something out, you know what I'm saying? Getting into that stage where I want to give back, you know what I'm saying? So I want to be able to give out, free content so that way it help out the community.
Okay.
But this right now, that will be announced. But right now, like I said, $200 for single beats, $500 for beat packs. Beat packs contains 10 beats with exclusive rights. I think that's fair, you know what I'm saying? So, come, if you need something, you can check out my YouTube channel. If you need fresh beats, I can definitely work on that. I do one-on-ones over the phone or in person. Just let me know how you want to do it. I rearrange. I can work with your schedule and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it.
Oh, good, yes. And that wraps it up. The last thing we do before we close out our show is our reverse the host. And that's where you get the host seat. You can introduce how you want, whatever, and ask me my 1 to 2 questions, and then we'll wrap it up.
All right. So this is off the top of the dome piece. And what made you want to get into music and like just being a creator? Because this is being a creator. Like rather all the whatever I want to say. Like you're creating. You know what I'm saying? So what made you want to be a creator?
What made me want to acknowledge that I'm a creator, because I just feel like that's something that comes with the territory once you recognize, your own abilities.
I should ask that as well.
That's how I look at it, though. That's why I answered it that way, because honestly, once I acknowledged it, it was like, okay, well, I need to allow myself to, engage in this mental innovation. So instead of allowing it to just be a thought, I turned all of my thoughts into a vision. I allowed myself to engage with the ideas that I had, and I just embarked on the journey. And the way I embarked is I took my little, pennies and my dimes, and I put them together, and I made a little bit of change to meet $1. And then I made it. I made it how I needed to make it for my own self. But I look at it as a thing that's going to continue to grow,
And that's what I'm learning as well, like putting my investments first. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not just being a producer. You know what I'm saying? Like, any amount of money that I get, I'm just going to put that toward, instead of like,
think you need to hit the lottery before you start?
I need budgets for samples and all that jazz. So yeah, definitely. Let me think. Another question.
Question 2, or you just had one for me?
I think it's just one.
Okay. But I appreciate that question, because it helped me to even tap into how I view myself as a creator. So I appreciate that, and I'm grateful that you came to the show today, came over out here. We don't have our own studio yet, so all the artists and all the creators that come and entrepreneurs that come, they meet with me, and I really appreciate you taking the time to do that today.
Most definitely.
And you shared some great, awesome juice today from your vibiness. So this is Be India and
Dope Mikey on the beats.
All in 808 Tavern today, and self, unity, peace, love, and truth. I'm sending you love and blessings.
Peace and happiness.